From former Prime Minister to artists, people who are accomplished in different sectors are expressing their aspiration to contest as candidates at the nearing local level election. The reason for such an aspiration has emerged as an interesting question. Good morning, I'm Sapsanamma and these are the headlines of the hour. Government suspends Nepal Rashtra Bank Governor Mahaprasad Adhikari, forms a committee to investigate leak of information among other allegations. Government halt import of luxurious goods to curb the risk of financial crisis. Experts suggest increasing interest rate and collecting loans. Speaking ahead of today's no-confidence vote in Parliament, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan warns if he is ousted from power, he will not recognize an opposition government. And Borussia Dortmund blanks Stuttgart 2-0 in the Bundesliga as substitute Julian Brandt scores the goals. Chance for title win still alive. The government has decided to suspend Governor of Nepal Rashtra Bank Mahaprasad Adhikari. Thursday's meeting of the Council of Ministers had decided to investigate Adhikari and formed an investigation committee for the same. The three-member committee formed as per the Nepal Rashtra Bank Act is led by former Justice Purushottam Bhandari and has been given 1 month's time to furnish its report. It has been learned that an unofficial team of ministers was formed to study a leak of information related to the Ministry of Finance's decision to apply brakes to import of luxurious goods, among other serious allegations. Massive increase in import in the ongoing fiscal year and reduction in remittance and tourism have led to the decrease in foreign reserve. The situation has hinted towards the risk of financial crisis and has resulted in the government decision to halt imports of luxurious goods and control of fuel smuggled through the porous border points. In addition to these measures, experts have also suggested for the increase in interest rate, collection of loans and introduction of strict measures in imports. The state coffers had around 1,493,750 billion rupees in foreign reserve until last year, which would have been adequate to facilitate imports for around 12 months and a half months. In fact, the reserve has now reduced to 1,173 billion rupees, which would be adequate only for 6.5 months. The Nepal Rashtra Bank had a target of holding foreign reserve adequate for imports for 7 months. Based on the recommendations of the central bank, the government has begun introducing strict measures to control imports. In addition to halting the import of luxurious items, including expensive alcohols, mobile phones and cosmetics, the government is making preparations to introduce more public holidays and odd-even vehicle number plate system to curb the consumption of fuel products. The Ministry of Finance is conducting study to identify further goods for halting their import. As the central bank had imposed a low interest rate after coronavirus infections started reducing, the public had increased consumption, which led to the increase in outflow of foreign currency. Experts have therefore suggested for increasing the interest rate and collection of loans. While introducing strict measures, it is imperative for the government to consider the impact of its decision on public life. Now, with the nearing date for the local level election, political parties are expediting the selection of their candidates. Several leaders and cadres are aiming for candidacies as local entities are powerful government bodies. Former prime ministers to artists are in the fray for top posts in metropolises and municipalities. Former Minister Lal Babu Pandit and former Province Minister Jiwan Khimire have expressed their interest to become a candidate for Mayor of Biratnagar Metropolis. Likewise, former Prime Minister Baburam Bhattarai has also shared his aspiration of serving the public as the executive of local levels. Former administrators, industrialists and artists, among others, have also shared their wish to become candidates for chairs of powerful metropolises and municipalities. The reason for such aspiration is being assessed as the affinity for power, resources and financial returns. If the intention behind such aspiration was to serve the local levels, a shift from affinity for power in the central government, it would benefit the entire nation and the public. In our Public Voice segment, we've asked people in several provinces what should be done to ensure the effective implementation of the Election Code of Conduct. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
हरेक राजनीतिक दलहरूले मासु र दारुको भरमा भोट नमागी सरकारले तोकेको आचार संहिता अनुसार चल्नुपर्छ।
जनता पैसामा हैन विकासको लोभी हुनुपर्छ।
विशेषगरी राजनीतिक दल नै सचेत हुन आवश्यक छ।
कुनै पनि फरक किसिमको प्रभाव पारेर भोटरलाई डाइभर्ट चाहिँ गरिदिनु हुँदैन।
जनप्रतिनिधिहरूबाट यसलाई पूर्ण कार्यान्वयन गर्नुपर्छ।
Certificate of land ownership was first distributed in Nepal 100 years ago. However, not even 25% of land ownerships have been registered during this period. The number of individuals seeking services at the land revenue offices has been increasing in recent years. However, of the 147,516 square kilometers area of Nepal, only around 24% have been surveyed and registered. The Department of Survey has not been able to create certificate of ownership of the entire territory. A total of 11,474,938 certificates of ownership have been issued in the name of individuals, government entities and Guti corporations. Of them, 43% certificates of ownership are in the name of women. Despite numerous advancements in technology in the past century, the Department of Survey has not been able to map the entire territory, citing lack of skilled human resources. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, why has nepotism increased in political appointments? Your options are A, opportunist leaders, B, for financial irregularities, and C, absence of public pressure. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.